Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Demo Monday at Fabric Chicks. Today is December 5th. I had to say that just in case Mary Vitti forgets what day today is. You are watching it live, Miss Vitti. So we've got a lot of things to show you today. We have how to put on binding, because I know a lot of you are getting quilts done. Hey, Sue, how are you? Hey, let me give you a prize for being one of the first people on. Okay, so Sue, you have a fall harvest pattern from Calico Patch Design. Sue Walter. Okay, and then hi Laura, we're glad you made it live. Okay, so where are you from, Laura? Hey Brenda, hi June, hi Mo, hi Christy, and Anne, and everybody. Welcome to today's live. So if you have any questions, we're gonna do 3 demos. We're gonna try to be pretty quick about it because you know how Roger gets when we start to cut into his football. So we're gonna try to be pretty quick. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna demo binding first because you all have quilts that you're trying to get done before Christmas. Hey Carol, how are you? Okay, so Roger's gonna come on over here. We've got this new quilt that we are getting ready for Wednesday's sale. So this is a design by Stephanie Brandenburg for Frond Designs, Northcott Studios. So it's a great one for Christmas, but it also could be left up year round because it's just great artwork. So I've already put the binding on most of it. And just the width that you cut your binding is going to be up to you. Most people are going to cut their binding strips 2.5 inches and then iron it in half with the wrong sides together. I personally like it to be a little bit tighter, so I do mine at 2.25. If you're entering it into shows, old school, you might do 1 7/8. 1 7/8 though is going to be super hard to get it to cover your stitching on the back side. So I do 2.25. And what I did is I started here in the middle so you wouldn't have to watch me do the whole thing. So I just laid it down with all the raw edges here. So you can see here is where it's folded. And you know, when I do this live, I'm bound to make a mistake, but I'm going to line that up there and I'm going to leave a tail here. Okay. So that's the part, joining these 2 tails is where most people get confused, and also turning the corners. So I've already sewn all the way around 3 edges so that I wouldn't bore you to death. And so we could get done in time for Rogers football. So here is, I'm at the last corner here, okay? So I just stopped here just so that, just because, no reason in particular, okay? So I stopped here, so I'm gonna come over to the sewing machine. Roger's gonna follow me. And I'm gonna sew it at a scant 1/4 inch, and I'm gonna stitch back a little bit over where I've already sewn, just to catch it. And then I'm going to eyeball this. If you really want things particular, you're going to mark a 1/4 inch from your corner. But I'm just going to kind of stop right here. And then somebody broke my reverse button on this really fancy machine. So I just pulled my fabric a little bit in the same spot so that it does kind of a stay stitch. And then I'm going to flip it so that I'm doing the next, I'm lined up with the next side. I'm going to fold this back at a 45-degree angle, and I'm just going to finger press it, okay? So 45-degree angle, here it is straight, 45-degree angle, finger pressed, and then fold it back down on itself, okay? Does that make sense? Then I'm going to just start right at the edge of the quilt. So I'm almost off the quilt, okay? And I'm going to do my little scant 1/4 inch. I'm going to sew with my needle down because that gives me kind of a third hand to hold things in place. And I'm just going to line this up as I go. And then I did watch, Linda Patterson sent me an easy way to do it, but I probably have to practice her way before I demo it. But it is very similar to the way we do it. So I'm going to cut it, stop here so that I have this much space. And then typically I would measure it 2¼ inch, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna have faith that the YouTube video that I watched is somewhat accurate. So it says to cut off your tail here, okay? And then open this up because this is gonna be how wide you need it. And you're gonna take this to here. So we're gonna meet these two up just like this. Meet this up here. And then I'm going to put this here because that's going to be 2¼ inch. Okay. So, if you're doing 2½ inches, that's going to be 2½ inches. But if you cut off part of your extra tail, that will let you know exactly how wide you need to cut it. Okay. And then you would think we would have good scissors here, but don't hold your breath. I'm going to take these two tails and I'm going to hold it up towards me to create an A. Okay. So I'm creating a little A here with the two corners here. And then I'm going to find two really nice pins. You can tell we only like the best here at Fabric Chicks. It gives us a challenge. We like challenges. And then I'm going to straighten this up a little bit. And now I know I'm going to want to stitch from here to here, okay? So you could take your ruler and draw a mark there, or you could just eyeball it. So I'm going to eyeball it. I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. Hey, Kathleen, where are you going on vacation? Where is your Juki? Mo, people ask the craziest questions. My Juki is upstairs because I don't want just, customers using it or whatnot. No, it's upstairs because we were originally going to do all the filming upstairs when we still had more staff. But because we don't have enough staff, we have to do all the demos downstairs. So, Laura from Gardnerville and Hollister. Well, welcome. I'm sure if you come in, I will recognize your face. Texas to see grandkids. Well, I'm sure you're going to have a great time. Okay, so now Roger's making a funny face. I'm not sure what's happening over there. What's going on? Okay, so I've got my two ends. I've got an A. It's forming an A here. I've got it pinned right here like this. I'm going to sew from here to here, okay? Come back over here, and I'm going to show you real quick how it should in a perfect world, but remember this is live, so it's bound to have something go wrong. So I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to start right at the edge, and I'm going to eyeball it here. Okay, so when I clip this, I'm going to clip it at 1/4 inch, basically, or thereabouts, 1/4 inch-ish, with my really fine scissors. And then I'm going to well, let me see if she's got the iron hot. Nope, but I'm going to heat it up for her demo. Okay, so Adrian's going to come on and do a demo in a second. So I would now open this seam up and iron it flat. I'm going to finger press it. I should have one of those rollers. So I'm going to finger press that there. And then you can see, I don't need to demo this because you can clearly see how perfect it is. I'm going to stitch from right here where I stopped. So you can see here's where the opening is. I'm going to stitch right here. And I'm going to stitch to here, and then I'm going to have perfect binding. You won't even know that that's where the two ends met up. So if you have any questions about the binding, let me know. I know sometimes you just need a refresher because you don't actually finish quilts and put bindings on too often. But it is Christmas, so get those projects finished. Okay, so Adrian, come on over. So, hey, Donna, how are you? Hi, Angie. I know, Linda, but I haven't gotten them out. I need to just open one up for me. I always want to make sure that I get all the ones you guys order out first before I take one for me selfishly. So, okay, so we have Adrian here, and she's going to demo the 10-minute table runner. So we showed you this on last Wednesday's sale, the completed one. So this is one finished, but it will take you a little bit longer than 10 minutes. June, it is super easy, trust me. Okay, so it's gonna take you a little bit longer than 10 minutes. Clearly, one, you have to pick the fabrics out, and two, you're gonna have to trim them up. So Adrienne's gonna start with trimming them up. We did do a little bit of prep work, so we won't bore you too much.
All right, hi everyone. This is my first time, so bear with me. And I did this last week, and now I am demoing it for you today. So,
and she hasn't really sewn since 4-H, okay? So we're gonna cut her a little bit of slack. No, she did it perfectly.
All right, so we have three pieces of that. 2 pieces of fabric and some batting. So you need 5/8 yards of the border fabric and 1/3 yard of the center fabric, and then the batting to match the center fabric.
Okay, talk real loud.
Okay, so what we need to do is once you have that, then you cut down your border fabric to 18 inches.
Can you guys hear her at all, or is it just quiet? Just need to talk louder, or have we hit something? He's got the mic on him.
Okay, the mic's there. Okay. So 18 inches for the border fabric, and 9 inches for the batting and the center fabric. So I went ahead and did the first part of it where I matched up the right sides of the fabric.
Roger, can you just get closer? So,
and then I sewed a 1/4 inch seam down.
You have to yell at them.
Okay.
So nobody put in their hearing aids today, okay?
A 1/4 inch seam down the length of the fabric. So that's how you start. So the second piece, you press it towards the border fabric when you press it, and pressing it towards the border fabric. So hopefully that makes sense.
Okay, is it better now?
Still audio? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, girls. So I'm gonna just give you a brief overview. For your fabric that's going to be the border, which would be this red part here, you are going to need 5/8 of a yard, okay? Because 5/8 of a yard is also going to be your backing. And then you're going to need
a third
of a yard for your center piece, okay? And 1/3 of a yard, or 9 inches.
9 inches,
And it's pretty forgiving. If you have a longer table, this is the width of the fabric, so that's as long as it can be. But say you wanted a really long one, like Mo has a long table, you could use a wide back so you could get a bigger piece. So it can be any size you want, but if you're using the width of the fabric, it's going to be 44 inches.
Okay, so, and then do I need to talk about cutting it down to size?
Yes.
Okay, so again, once you have that fabric, then you cut this down to 18 inches wide, your border fabric 18 inches wide, and your center fabric and batting 9 inches wide. Okay, then you put them front sides together, or right sides together, and sew a 1/4 inch down the length of the fabric or the project. So the second, and then press it towards the border fabric. So the second part, which I'm going to demo for you, is you're going to put the right sides together again, right sides of the fabric. And then pin those together and sew a 1/4 inch seam.
So just because I know they're going to ask, so we cut 5/8 of a yard for this because that's what the instructions said.
Right.
But you're cutting it down to 18 inches. So they could have just got a 1/2 yard, right?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you that, but that's.
So when you cut it 5/8 of it, it was 22.5 inches. So did you cut off 4.5 inches and just it's left over?
Yes.
Okay. So people, you know me, I hate waste.
Mhm.
So even though the directions say 5/8 of a yard, I don't really understand why, because you're actually cutting it to 18 inches and 9 inches for your center. So I would say you could get a quarter of a yard and a half of a yard.
Okay. I did follow the YouTube video, so that's why I was going on. I apologize.
Yeah. No, it's kind of, well, and a lot of people who write patterns also sell fabric. And so we'd rather sell you a little bit of extra fabric you don't really need, except for I hate waste and I hate to drown in it. So I'm just my blondness is telling me you can get away with a half a yard and a quarter yard.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so now she's going to sew it.
Sew it.
If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Did you guys get that riddle that I posted on Facebook and Instagram? Because I do have a prize for that.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew a 1/4 inch seam all the way down.
Okay, well, go look at it, Carolyn. I posted it like an hour ago. Well, don't miss this fun demo, okay?
Okay. I love these handy dandy scissors strapped to the side. That's very cool. Okay, now we go and press. We pull out the pins and we're going to press the seams. Sorry.
So like Eleanor Burns Quilt in a Day, it's definitely not a 10-minute table runner, but it is a perfect way for you to use up your stash because you just need 2 fabrics that coordinate. So think about all the fabrics in your stash that you don't necessarily love, but you feel guilty because you don't, they're still great pieces of fabric. So make it up, give it to your neighbors, give it to your relatives, give it to your friends. It's a super cute little project.
Okay, now that I have it like this, we're going to turn it right side out.
So you basically got a big tube.
Yes.
Perfect for hostess gifts.
Okay.
So the batting is 9 inches also, right?
Yes.
Oops. I think we didn't catch a seam there. Okay, so this is just, you know how it goes. When it's live, you get what you get. Make sure that you pin it when you're doing this at home, okay? Because we've got a little bit here that's not coming through. So we're going to have to rip that out. So let's just demo on this side.
Okay,
For the,
because they may be able to be okay with it in the triangle part. So we might be.
Okay,
So
perfect.
we might be salvaging it.
okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to press it down the seam that was just sewn.
And I used some of that purple metallic-y fabric that just came in. So fun and glittery. You know, glitter makes a girl happy.
And press towards the border fabric.
Okay, Jane, when you get it, post it on Facebook.
Okay, and this is my mistake, so we'll fix that hopefully in the triangle. Okay, so the next part of this is to just work the fabric so you get even layers of border on each side. So it's kind of just a matter of kind of massaging the fabric out. And then I'm going to press it in place once I have it about even.
So it'd be super fun to make some tassels to put on the ends of it. And you could totally do decorative stitching.
Yeah. down the center and on the sides. There's all sorts of additional things you can do. Okay, wow. All right, so I'm gonna have to refer to my cheat sheet here. So did that, fold, okay. Oh,
For sure you could do embroidery on it. Hey, Katie. Oh my gosh, I had missed you. I've been meaning to call you and Connie. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. So the quilt on the back of the wall is Virginia Robertson's Hollyhock quilts.
I'm gonna cut the salvage edge
Okay.
off real quick. Yeah, I think my rotary.
Here, I'll get it.
Okay. So, gotta get all your tools in place. And thank you for bearing with me since this is my first rodeo here. Okay.
Carolyn says she's made a few of the runners and done decorative stitching and added rickrack. That would be super cute with rickrack or any trims. Okay, perfect, Katie. Let me know so I get you on the calendar so we can meet for drinks. Christy says you are doing great.
Oh, thank you, Christy. I appreciate it. Try not to be nervous.
Donna says the same thing. So any of them who have done the demos know how nerve-wracking it is.
Oh my gosh, I cut it off in the first time. I struggle with cutting, so yay.
Good job. I know it's a little bit of a struggle because Adrienne is left-handed, but she cuts right-handed. You know, left-handers living in a right-handed world, they just have to improvise. I know, Peggy, that fabric is so you. Maybe if you're nice, I might give it to you for your birthday.
Okay, so back to my cheat sheet. Fold and turn project right side out. Turn project upside down and fold in half. Okay. I'm hoping. Okay, now I'm struggling.
Okay, did you guys get, okay, so you catch your breath and I'm gonna come over here and talk about, okay, so while Adrienne catches her breath and, because it is a little bit of pressure, I know. Are you ready or you want me to do
No,
some
I figured it out.
Okay,
So,
okay, she's ready.
So I just wanted to make sure I was folding this in half the correct way. So it is border side out, the center's on the inside, folded in half. And now we're gonna pin the ends so we can do our triangle edges. So we're gonna pin this. Okay, with our really
Fabulous pin.
fabulous pins that are crooked, and I catch myself because they're going all sorts of different ways.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Jenny. Definitely. So if you guys are new to watching, we do demos. We try to do demos every Monday, teach you something or refresh your memory. So if you ever need a demo on something, just let us know and we'll get something ready for a Monday afternoon. And then on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock, we do a live sale where we hold up 150 items like the Home Shopping Network.
Okay, now we're gonna go over and sew 1/4 inch down each seam.
Okay, so wait, I was busy talking. What did we do?
Okay, what we did was we folded it in half and then we pinned the edges.
Okay, so we folded it with the center on the inside, and the edges are just pinned, not turned under or anything.
No, because
Okay.
Yeah, no, because this will be kind of turned inside out when we do the
Interesting. For a dyslexic person like me, I have no concept of what could be the next step.
Okay,
Phyllis says you're doing a great job.
Thank you,
And she's
Phyllis.
super glad it's you and not her. Although, girls, Phyllis was in here today and I asked her what she wanted to demo next, and she did not give me an answer.
Oh, that makes it difficult.
Yeah, very difficult,
What do
Phyllis.
we need the answers?
I know. Christy says she feels sorry if you happen to use this crappy machine.
Oh, it's way better than what I have at home. I can't even figure out that, so that's why I don't sew, because it sucks. Okay. Oops.
I feel
I keep
worse
moving.
about the pins than the sewing machine, honestly.
Okay. I'm going to just set those there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alrighty, now I'm supposed to clip the corners.
Okay. Here's some fine scissors that
I
may or may not work.
Alright, yeah. Okay, so clip the corners because we're gonna be turning these inside out.
Look at, we're using I just want to show you guys, we're using the crappy scissors, but I have a pair of Kai scissors here, a pair of Tula Pinkingers, some perfect scissors. It's just a matter of getting them out of hiding because people like to use them for all kinds of weird things like wire or whatnot.
Okay, so now this is triangular piece. We're gonna press this center down. So you pull out the corners here and you make a triangle at the end on both sides. And that's why you're clipping that edge piece, because you want to.
Okay, so this is the edge this was folded like this
Yeah.
with the purple on the inside. And Adrian just stitched right down the outside edge.
And then clip the corner.
Okay, now watch. This is where the magic happens.
So now you're going to flip it, create a triangle at the very end, and we're going to press these seams open. Because then it gets turned. Okay, I'm thinking this through.
Yeah.
Because then I do that, and then I press it open. Right now, hold on. Gotta get my cheat sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
While she gets her cheat sheet, I'm just going to find some. June, I wish nobody used my scissors.
Open ends until they.
Oh, Phyllis, I knew I could guilt you into it. I would love to see a video on sewing a border and sleeve on a finished diamond dot project. Okay.
I must have done it wrong. I did it wrong.
Okay, that's okay.
So,
Rip it out real quick while
okay.
Yep. Okay. So Okay. So. Do demos live, especially when it's your first time. But I will say, not even when it's not your first time. It is. There's a little bit of pressure when you're doing lives because it's out there for the whole world to see forever and ever and ever. And I think this is the second project, the second thing that Adrian has sewn since 4-H. And I'm just saying 4-H for me was probably 40 years ago. Although I did win the Make It With Wool contest in San Francisco, which was kind of exciting. So anyway. Because literally, I found so many of these stinking Chloe panels. So I got 3 of them for today's raffle. You guys are gonna be so sick of these, but I'm telling you, they're great for charity quilts or quilts. You can donate them, or you can give them to your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors. Especially if you get the Secret Lives of Pets video DVD, because I'm sure everybody still loves DVDs. Bingo. Well, hopefully they're doing better, Victor. I think it's Terry. Lucy, are you Terry? Anyways, she says, thank you. This is a good refresher video. You're very brave doing this live. Thanks again. All right, Laura, we'll see you soon. So I've got Anlin. You guys are on. Let me know. And these panels are yours, okay? And oh, perfect, Victor, perfect. I have another one I just finished up last Wednesday's sale. So I've got them all cut and ready to be invoiced. So that's what I'm gonna do all day tomorrow. Okay, so I have a good friend named Chloe. It would be funny to give her a quilt. That is true, Donna. Well, if you don't win one of these, you can always buy one for $5. Okay, so if you want a Chloe pattern, just write in Chloe and $5. Okay, Linda ABC. I do look like I am freezing up. So Linda ABC and Linda Meyer and Molly Bishop. Okay, I have to show it because oh, perfect, Linda. Okay, so here's the panel. We have 3 of them for today's raffles. So Gidget and Chloe. It's from The Secret Lives of Pets. So right now, if Linda ABC is on, type that you're here. Let me know. Linda ABC and Linda Meyer and Molly Bishop. Remember, if you ever win something here and you don't want it, just let us know and we'll give it to the next lucky winner. And then I have, did anybody get the answer right for the riddle that I posted on Facebook and Instagram? Okay. And Linda Meyer says, give it to somebody else. So is Daphne on? I'm looking for Daphne. Daphne, Molly Bishop, or Linda ABC? No. Okay. I'm going to hold those, but I don't think so. What about Betsy Peterson? Raylene? Betsy Peterson or Raylene? Or Barb S? Barb S? Okay. Did anybody get the riddle? Okay, I'm looking for Raylene, Betsy, Barb S, Linda ABC, Daphne, or Molly Bishop. Going once, going twice. Are you ready? Okay.
Do your thing.
That's okay. I'm waiting for them. Linda ABC. Okay, you win one of the panels. Linda ABC. Let's see. Couldn't guess the blocks. Okay, try harder. I want to plan it so you can give it to somebody else. Okay, so the riddle is on Facebook. So go to Fabric Chicks Creative Oasis page, and that's where the riddle will be. Your puzzle is too hard to figure out while watching you. Give us till Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to give you till Wednesday. Okay, Phyllis, I'm going to give you till Wednesday. Okay, put your heads together. Sue Cove, are you on? Sue or Carolyn Gavernich? I know Carolyn's there. I saw her. Carolyn.
She just said, I agree.
I know. Okay, but that's about the puzzle. Okay, Carolyn, you get one of these. Okay, and I don't see the other people. I still have one more panel. Mel Gillespie, June Sterling. Oh, Carolyn says no, thank you. Okay, June Sterling, Mel Gillespie, Lori K, June Sterling, Mel Gillespie. Okay, June Sterling, you get a panel. Make it for your neighbor kid if you don't want it for yourself, okay? You'll make some kid happy. Okay, Betsy Peterson or Joanne Garbarini. Any of those people here? Look at, now we're going to have to start a new basket. I'm going to have some other way to give out goodies. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put these aside for now. And then Adrian's ready to show you the next step, okay?
Okay, so I apologize. I was wrong at the beginning. So when you fold it lengthwise, you fold it in half with the center out. Okay, and then you stitch and sew the edges. All right, so then you fold it into a triangle and you press the seam down and do that to both ends. I didn't press this one yet, so let me press this one.
Okay, Joanne G, I gotcha. Angie says, great idea adding batting to the purple fabric to give it more body. Okay, so I'm just going to say, Linda ABC, you are not correct, but you are going to be a winner. We have, look at this old-fashioned shoes fabric. I just found it out in the shop. It's the very last piece of it, I believe. So I'm giving it to you because your answer is the best answer so far. She said, so this was the puzzle that I gave you. Name that block. And then the first riddle says, a single man's enigma, where to find a sweetheart. Number 2 is, this romantic fellow was afflicted with a bleepity bleep. Number 3 is, until he met up with a spinster out for a walk, and ended up giving her a blank. So I do like your effort. Linda ABC says, at a square dance, he was afflicted with a broken heart. He crossed paths with a spinster and ended up giving her a spin around the block. Whatever a spin around the block means. Okay, Linda, you're a winner today, but somebody get the official one for Wednesday, okay? All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so Adrian's ready to do the demo again.
Okay. So once you press your seam down, then you're going to turn the triangle inside out, poke it all the way up. Sorry. Okay. Till it makes your triangle piece. Okay. So we'll do that on both ends, and then we're going to stitch across the edge. So I'm going to take it from this way, turn it inside out. So you've got your edges then, and now we're going to just tack those down. And after those are sewn down just right on the edge, see, and I was able to hide that little mistake I made earlier with the stitching. And then you can you can sew down here with something decorative, and this side, and in the center if you want to sew something decorative. So
or you could add rickrack right here. Mm-hmm. A metallic rickrack would look really pretty here. And when you stitch that on, that will be your stitching to secure the batting and everything.
Yep.
So perfect. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on the 10-minute table runner? So you're just going to top stitch down here to secure it. Mm-hmm. And then you can top stitch it here.
And top stitch there, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can adorn it with any embellishments you want. Perfect. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Any questions about the 10-minute table runner that might be a little bit longer than 10 minutes?
That might be 20.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. They should just say the half-hour table runner. Really.
Cool.
Okay. Perfect. That's so nice and looks easy to make. Thank you for the demo, Jeannie says. All right. Okay, girls, so then I have a couple of more things. I know we had talked about the tissue dyeing on Wednesday's sale. So we have right here is what the tissue dyeing is all about. And you can do it on canvas. You can do it on anything that you want, any kind of fabric. So this was a panel, and the panel came like this in black and white. So this is what this originally looked like. Okay. This panel right here is what we started with. And you know us, black and white is, well, you know, we always got to put a little bit of color in it. So this is what it looks like when you put tissue dye on it. So I haven't done any thread painting on this one yet, but I'm going to do thread painting and then turn it into a wall hanging. But the other two blocks, we turned into a big tote bag, one that's great for you to carry quilts around. It's super roomy. And we just lined it. So this is what it looks like here. And let me just show you in case you want some. We do have, you could tissue dye the entire layer cake if you wanted. But I'm going to just show you quickly how it works. So it's not just, everybody always wants to know if they can just go get regular tissue paper. No, it's a special tissue paper that has a pigment in it. And so what you would do is you would take your fabric, you would lay it down. I usually lay it on a tarp or a plastic bag so it doesn't get the table underneath it wet. And when I say I usually do that, that means I usually don't, because all of my tables, if you've ever taken a class here, are pretty much multicolored. But all you're going to do is you're going to take it like this, and you're just going to tear it into little pieces, and then put that right there, and then put this right here. You can try to control it, but it's not going to work very well. I have a giraffe somewhere, but I showed it to somebody the other day, and now I can't find it. So you're just going to tear it into tiny little pieces and then put it right where you want it, okay? And then once you have all the pieces any place you want it, you're just going to take your squirt bottle, squirt it, get it all saturated and wet, and then leave it there to dry, okay? So that is basically how you do tissue dyeing in a nutshell. When it's all dry, you're going to iron it to heat set it. So once you heat set it, you can put it in the washer, I've been told. I've never actually done it. And that one was one that she cut for something else, for a kit that we're doing. So I'm just going to show you a few things real quick from today's demo in case you need to buy it. Did you see the answer to my riddle? Oh, goodness, girls. Okay, let me see. No, Peggy, I did not. They all said, thank you for the demo of the table runner. Oh, you know what? So this Best Press bottle broke. So it just has water in it. So just water. Sorry, I should pull this off. But you know me, I'm very frugal and I just use what I have. But there is not, definitely I would not waste Best Press on this project. So you're just going to put water, spray it till it's saturated, and then let it dry. That is how difficult it is. Super not difficult. But I will show you the super model of the bag. Look at this. Sometimes kids don't know what they're getting talked into. So I told Devin to hold the bag, and I think he looks cute. Maybe I should give him the bag for Christmas. So if you want, we do have kits for the bag. It includes the lining, the canvas fabric, and then the tissue dye. And I believe directions. Yep, directions on to make the tote bag. So S133 is $33. And then I have one of them that actually has the batting. So we use needle punch batting. So if you want one with batting, lining, the canvas, and the tissue paper, S132 is $42. And then we have from that fabric line, I do have layer cakes, which has all the different grays and blacks. Super fun. So S131 is $39. If you're new to watching this, we don't usually do a sale on Mondays, but if I do a demo, I don't want you to be upset with me because you can't find the different stuff that you need to make whatever it is we demo. So we try to do just a little bit of a sale if we have some kind of a product that you might need. If you need the socks that went with that fabric line, I don't know, maybe you're doing a whole ensemble. S127 is $15, and we do have 2 pairs of these socks left. They're pretty thick socks, pretty well made socks. 65% cotton, 33% nylon, 2% spandex. So S127 is $15. And then if you're interested in the quilt that we showed you how to do the binding on today, I do have the kit. S126 is $48. And if you need just the pattern, S128 is $12.95. So just the pattern is S128. If you want the kit, it's $126, and the kit does include the pattern. And then I do have tissue dye in case you want a package of your own tissue dye that you can use on anything. This is also a fun one to give to the grandkids. They can color, they can do their own drawings on fabric, and then you can let them play with the tissue dye also. So S130 is $7 for a package of tissue dye. And a little bit goes a long ways. Okay, what else do we have? I do have, in case you would love the fabric that was on either of the table runners, we do have S137 and 136 is if you want the fabric for the peacock colorway. So if you want the leaf, I call it peacock because this leaf used to be with the peacock line. But if you want the leaf, and the batting and the purple, S136 is $17. And if you want it without the batting, S137 is $14. And then if you want the Christmas variation, we have S89 for $17 with the batting, and then S88 for $14 without the batting. And then I think that is all we have for sale today. But I did find some more of the sequin ribbon that is cut into random like size. They're all the same size, but they're like 15 inches. So I'm not sure why we need random sizes. So I'm just going to scroll and pick some winners and I'll divide it up. Do you still have fabric that are 4 fat quarters in the yard? Yes, Victor, I do. That printed panel that was fat quarters, I have, it comes in 3 different colorways. I do still have that. So let me know if you need that. And then Fran Harris, do you want me to ship your package or are you going to come down and pick it up? Either way is good with us. I just don't want you to forget it. We do have a package here for you. Okay. Peggy, I did not see the answer to your riddle. I'm trying to find it. Oh, answer is luck. Answer is luck. Okay, page 18. Let me see. I did look it up earlier, but answer is luck. Well, it has the different block names. Well, I'll see if the answer is luck, and I'll let you know on Wednesday. But on my answer key chart, it has the names of the different blocks. Okay, let me see. Perfect. Okay, Fran. So that's all I have. Oh, here, let me just get a piece of paper and I'll just draw a few. I don't know. There's probably like 20 of them in there. So let me just scroll. I've got Victor and Susan Adams. So if you're new, we always just put the things you win. We always just put them in your box or you can come pick them up. I've got Linda Maddox, and Ann Lindenmeyer. And I think you could use this to wrap your balls, the decorative balls. Phyllis. Okay, wait, here, let me turn the page because I've got another really important piece of paper that it's got a backside. So let me fill in another one. Okay, I've got Donna Baker, Katie Nolan. I've got Jane Massengill. And let me see, I'm almost to the top. Linda ABC. Okay, if I run out, I'll just cut some more. Okay, let's see. Brenda Yagi, Brenda Y, and Sue Walter. I'm really at the top because Sue was the very first one. Okay, so that is all I have for today's demos. Do you guys have any questions? You're welcome. I'll pick up my purchases. I know, Donna, I'm so excited. So Donna, not right now because I'm live, but before you come up, call me because we can figure out something so we can do a surprise demo because I know how fun it is to demo something. So we'll find something that you can demo. Okay, I do have one more goodie here. I've got 2-of-a-kind quilts, and I've got Susan Adams. 2-of-a-kind quilts, 12 scrappy designs that are double the fun. Susan Adams. And then let me see. I did see another piece of rickrack in the Mary Poppins Never Ending Box. Okay, I've got Jane Massengill. And then a cute little, I know I'm going to have to look really hard to find new stuff for Wednesday. Okay, wait, I got a comment here. Okay, perfect, Donna. I thought you might like to. I'll go back and rewrite what I want. I froze and lost my list. Okay, Linda ABC, perfect. Brenda Yagi said no ribbon. Okay. Brenda. Okay. Oh, poor Victor. He didn't win at bingo. Okay, I've got a cute little snowman here. And I've got Fran Harris. Okay, Fran H. All right, do you girls have any questions? If not, we will see you Wednesday at 4 o'clock for our sale. And Roger can just zoom over here. We do have quite a few samples already made and finished with binding samples oh, look it. I got ahead of myself. Okay, apparently I put it all on the same pile. So here's a giraffe that I did with the tissue dyeing. So I just traced a coloring page of the giraffe, and then I went over it with black thread, 30 weight, because you know I want it to go pretty quick and be noticeable. And then I just laid the tissue paper down. I tried to do the green here on the leaves, but you can tell it just bled. So you really can't control it. But I did go in with a green marker around the edges just to give it a little bit more accents. Okay. So that is a super fun, easy project. And then here's another one that I did the same concept. Okay. So that just gives you ideas of what you can do with the scrappy, with the tissue paper. And then here is a pile of samples that we have for Wednesday's sale. So we're already trying to get ready for Wednesday's sale. Okay, so that's all I've got. Let me see what I got here. You are certainly welcome for the demos. Let us know if you have any other demos in mind that you would like to see. And we will see you guys on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Oh,
my goodness.
sorry, Roger. This is a sneak peek. This is a little teaser. So you can't buy these now. But we do have a fun project with Christy coming up. So we took a clipboard today, and then Adrian decoupaged it for us with fabric. So that's going to be, you don't really need a demo on that, but if you don't want to get all sticky and gluey and messy, you can. We will have some finished clipboards for sale. But so Christy and I are going to have a different flannel or wool applique project of the month starting up in January. So Snowflake is the first one for December or for January. And then Christy's going to demo the different stitches. So I think we're doing that on Friday nights, but I'm not super sure. We will we'll get that all ironed out and let you guys know on Wednesday. So that is the last of our teasers. All right, have a great night. Go watch some football if that's what you do, or go sew, or go do something creative and fun. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday at 4. Bye.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.